let's talk about movies. I'm Seb, and today we'll be talking about I Swear with Robert Aramayo. This is a movie about a man with Tourette syndrome. It's a movie that is based on a real story, a real person, John Davidson. The movie is funny and sad at the same time. The movie made me cry, made me laugh out loud. It was, it was a fantastic experience at the cinema. Initially, I did think, should I laugh? Is this something that is meant to be amusing? Then I realized, yes, that is the intent. And a lot of Tourette's people actually, they understand that the things that they say might come out as funny, right? As comical. As long as you're not laughing at them and you're laughing with them, then it's fine. I will say that the acting is fantastic. Robert Aramayo does an amazing job. I knew who he was. Well, I know who he is because he's been in other stuff. He was in Rings of Power. He played Elrond. But in the movie, to me, he felt kind of unrecognizable to the point where I actually thought that they hired an actor with Tourette's. I didn't realize it was him. I didn't realize it was Robert Aramayo playing the role. I genuinely thought it was an actor with Tourette's because he plays him so well. Like, he genuinely just plays the actual condition amazingly. Every little tick, every little swear word, the way he twitches his head, the way he kind of says things, the way he acts, like someone who has to live with that sort of condition, that kind of chronic illness. And he's got baggage from it from a very young age. You can tell, right? On his face, the way that he looks at people when he's trying to gauge, is this the type of person that will judge me, that will shun me, that will call me names or laugh at me, that sort of thing. Obviously, like, he comes across people that do and people that don't. It's just that you can tell on his face when he's about to make that sort of calculation. And in a way, it puts the audience into that mindset, because at some point we started then question, okay, everyone he comes across now, are they quote unquote not good but bad, but are they a bit of an asshole? Are they kind? Are they understanding? And this leads into one of my favorite scenes of the movies when some parents reach out to him so he can speak to their daughter, who also has Tourette's. And that's my favorite scene, when he finally meets somebody that shares the same affliction as him. They pretty much just bond over that. It's kind of like, they sit in the car, they let their tics out, kind of swear at each other, swear at the world, go crazy. And then they chill out and they have an actual conversation where she kind of tells about her life, he tells about his life. And then, that's when he realizes, well, like, maybe I should do something to help people. Now, there are, of course, some harrowing scenes in this movie. That's where the sadness comes in. There is a poor treatment of this man, of John, from other people, especially initially from his family, from his mother, from his father, then from teachers at school. That's another one, from other people in, just outside within society, right? And we do get some very difficult scenes to watch in this type of movie, the kind of topic that we're exploring, right? It is bound to be sort of things like that, because someone with Tourette's, he comes across people that just won't understand. They won't understand that he can't help it, that he doesn't mean what he's saying, that what he's saying is not what he's thinking, that sort of thing. So these people don't understand that, and there is a scene where he kind of says something to someone, and then, well, it leads to violence. Let's put it that way. Another thing I wanted to talk about and touch upon is just the characters in general. I think, they're very well-written characters. However, in terms of Dottie, the lady that helps him out and such, I'm not sure if this is meant to be kind of exactly how she was, but to me, it just felt somewhat unbelievable that somebody would have that level of patience. In instances, it felt like she was basically a saint, because obviously, John would do certain things and she would just never get mad at him. She would never be angry or frustrated. The only time she was really frustrated with him was when he wouldn't stop saying sorry, and then she was like, "You know what? Just we need to talk about your language. Stop saying sorry, because we all understand in this household." And I just felt like it was a little bit too good to be true, but obviously that might be the case, and if that's the case, then fantastic. But yeah, that's the only, I would say, criticism I have with the movie right now. The only other criticism I would say, perhaps spending too much time on his early life and not enough time on the time that he spent helping people, and maybe kind of learning more about that side of the story. I quite enjoyed this movie. As a matter of fact, I think I realized this is going to be a fantastically hilarious adventure from the first scene when he just walks in to accept his MB and the queen's there and he's just like, fuck the queen. I was like, oh, well, yeah, just burst out laughing. Now, thank you for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and let's start a discussion. Comment. I will see you in the next one.